Are you believing without seeing? Welcome to Seeking God with Leah Klein, Health and Wholeness Coach. And our verse for today is Ephesians 6:16. We're continuing in the passage about armor of God in Ephesians 6. If you haven't watched them all, I encourage you to go back and watch the earlier videos. Ephesians 6:16. In all circumstances, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming darts of the evil one. We're now on to the shield as our armor metaphor continues here. And the shield is the offensive and at times mostly defensive weapon that is the most valuable because it can be moved around. Most of your armor, you have what's called chinks in your armor, places where there's vulnerabilities, where there's joints, where something is not quite covered. And the shield can be moved to cover those vulnerabilities if an attack is seen. It can also be used in conjunction with other shields to provide protection for all of the people that are behind it. This was one of the common things that they did with the Roman army is they would interlock their shields and they could use it as a battering ram, going forward, and they could also put it over their heads if there were arrows or things raining down on them. So it is one of the most versatile defensive weapons. And like the role that the shield has, which is very valuable to your defense, faith is your ultimate defense. It is the way to protect your heart, to protect all of these vulnerable parts of you. And I want to encourage you to think about that. Faith, Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. Think about that for a second. Conviction. It is a belief that everything will turn out, a belief in a God you do not see, a belief that He has a plan for you. It is a belief that doesn't require seeing. In fact, to have faith, you have to not be able to see it all. You're seeing it by faith, but it would not be faith if it was obvious, if it was right in front of you. And it's like, of course, I can step on that rock, that's solid. And we trust in God in that way without seeing Him, because He shows Himself in other ways. But ultimately, we believe without seeing. We trust Him without seeing. And our faith is a gift from God. Ephesians 2:8. Our belief in God is not our own. It is a gift he gives us because we, on our own, would keep going our merry way in the opposite direction if it was up to us. We would keep wanting to do everything our way. I did it my way. No. We want to do it God's way. And he gives us that faith to be able to believe that there is something beyond us, that there is someone who died for us, that there is a way to get to God that does not require me being perfect. Because I don't know about you, but I'm not perfect. And if I was dependent upon that, I'd be worried, but I'm not. Because I know who is perfect, and that's Jesus Christ. And I can depend on him to be my assurance and my conviction, even without seeing, that he is loving, he is faithful, he has provided a way for us to return to God. And I want to encourage you to ask God to strengthen your faith, because that's where your faith comes from. Your faith comes from him, and the Holy Spirit strengthens you in that faith and in that assurance as he lives inside of you. So if you're having trouble hearing God or connecting with him, I encourage you to let me show you why that could be happening and how to connect more deeply with a free ebook called Seeking God. And the link is healthturnaroundcoaching.com/seeking-God. And I encourage you to use the things that are in there besides the reasons why it may be happening, but then how to connect with him. And if you've already got the book and haven't actually put some of those things into practice, feel free to reach out. That is why I do retreats, is to put it on, especially ladies' calendars, to make them happen so that you can feel that experience of connection with God like nothing you've ever experienced before. And I want you to realize what God's purpose is for you and what his path forward is for you. And the closer you get to him and the quieter you get, the more likely that's going to happen. So I wanted to wrap up our time with a song that I grew up with, which is A Shield About Me, Maranatha. Other versions have been done because, of course, it's taken off of a verse in a psalm. If you don't know it, feel free to sing along. Feel free to just listen. And if you do know it, feel free to sing along. Thou, O Lord, art a shield about me. You're my glory. You're the lifter of my head. Thou, O Lord, art a shield about me. You're my glory and the lifter of my head. Alleluia, alleluia. my head. Alleluia, 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 you're the lifter of my head. Thou, O Lord, art a shield about me, you're my glory and the lifter of my head. Thou, O Lord, art a shield about me, you're my glory, you're the lifter of my head. Alleluia, 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 you're the lifter of my head. Alleluia, 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 you're the lifter of my head. Let him be the lifter of your head today. And I will be back next week with another verse, another continuation of our armor. And I will see you then.